let's get to it. So why a Mary Kay business? That's exactly what I'm going to share with you tonight. And like I said, this company is so exceptional. This company, it is a movement. It's a company with a cause. It's a company for women, by women. It is so exceptional because of the woman who created it. So the woman who created a company that she wanted it to run on with the priorities of faith first, family second, and career third, and to treat others the way you want it to be treated. And that is why this company is so exceptional. You will not find another company like it. You will not, there's not a company out there that can hold a candle to the heart and soul behind this company. And so, but first I want to tell you a little bit about my story, how I got here. So Andy Stanley says that everyone ends up somewhere, but few people end up somewhere on purpose. And so when Mary Kay entered my life, like really entered my life, when it truly entered my life, the most evident thing in my life was that I was lacking purpose. So I learned of the Mary Kay opportunity, as in how these women made money in Mary Kay. I learned of that when I was a junior in college. And so prior to Mary Kay, I was a civil engineer for the State Department of Highways. And I have been in Mary Kay for 5 years. Actually, tomorrow is my 5-year anniversary, which how appropriate. I didn't even plan that or realize, but anyway, there's that. So, but it's so crazy because on my day job, I wore work boots and jeans and no makeup, and I worked on the side of the road on a construction site. I worked in a man-dominated field, so I definitely wasn't surrounded by women, but I loved it. It was so my realm. I mean, I loved everything about the career, or just, yeah, the civil engineering. But my mom has been in Mary Kay for 24 years, and she is driving her 12th free car with Mary Kay. So it's what she's always done. So I grew up in a Mary Kay home. Oh, okay, I thought someone was telling me I was having technical difficulties. Okay, sorry about that. So I grew up in a Mary Kay home. I did not know what that meant then. All I knew was my mom was super bubbly and super girly, never met a strangers, never had a bad day. Like, if you know my mother, you know exactly what I'm talking about, that the woman literally like bounces on air because she's so high on life. And I think that it's just a true testament that when you are working in your wheelhouse, or you are working on purpose, that you don't have bad days and that you are high on life. And so anyways, so that was her, and that was not me. I was the least girly. I was introverted like my dad, especially if you took me out of my comfort zone. Like, I didn't make friends easily. I was not the bubbly one or the first one to talk or anything. And so Mary Kay was never on my radar. Like, it honestly was never a thought. And so, but my junior year of college, my mom took me to this Mary Kay event. It was the first like big scale Mary Kay thing I'd been to. It was a national sales director putting it on, and the national said, bring your biggest supporter. So that is why my mom brought me. And anyways, at this event, she just started out this event by telling how much money she made in Mary Kay and what she did with it. And I will never forget it. Like, it was on a PowerPoint, and she had put her son through medical school completely debt-free. Her daughter was a part of the band Houndmouth. I don't know if you've ever heard them. They're based out of Louisville. They're awesome. Go put them on Apple Music. But she was supporting the band until they became famous, and just everything she had done with her Mary Kay money. But not just her. So she had all the sales directors going across the stage telling their highest commission check for 1 month and how many cars they'd earned. And so my mom's speedwalking across the stage telling her highest commission check for 1 month and how many cars she'd earned. And so, I mean, like, my wheels are like turning. Okay, so I'm like glaring at my mom, like, do you make a lot of money? And I don't know about it. And then, you know, like, she had the car. She had 12 free cars. At the time, maybe it was 10 or something, or like, I don't know. But it was still like, okay, like, kind of a big deal in this Mary Kay world. Like, what world have I been living in? So I'm just kind of like, I would be crazy knowing what I know to not take advantage of this. And, but more than that, like, I kind of started with dollar signs in my eyes because I knew where I was going to be working. We lost your voice. It went low. Okay. Let me know if that happens again. So, anyways, maybe I'll hold it here. So anyways, so I started with dollar signs in my eyes because I knew where I was going to be working, and I knew how much money I was going to make because I was on a scholarship program. So it's like my path was all lined out for me. So that was all fine. But I knew that there was going to be more money than there was money. I knew like that I had racked up some student loans and all of this stuff. So my wheels are turning like, okay, I can make some extra money with this. And, but really more than that, like, you know, it's kind of hindsight, but when you look back, it's kind of like all these pockets of my life were full. Like school was good, career was good because I knew what I was going to be doing, family was good, but my girlfriend pocket was so empty, or just, okay, I don't know why it does that. Okay, hopefully that quits happening. But, so all these pockets of my life were full, except my girlfriend pocket was so empty, or just feeling any kind of purpose. I mean, I lacked joy. And so I think to really paint that picture for you, I have to describe who I was at that time. And so I'm kind of going off grid here. I usually don't share this part of my story, but this is my little event that I set up, so I'm going to tell you what I want to. But so I was at UK. I was away from home. I was 2 hours from home. None of my friends, none of my circle of friends, no one came to UK with me. I had a random roommate for North Carolina. But so I started college sick. So if you know me, you know that I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer when I was 17. And it just kind of was a rare case. So it went on till I was about 20. And it was 3 surgeries, 2 when I was 31 treatments, 30 external beam radiation treatments, just a lot of things. So when I went to college, when I started UK, I had just had a treatment. And the treatment that I had, like it was for thyroid cancer, but like you couldn't really be around people, like especially people in childbearing years. So that was like everyone I was surrounded by. So I moved into the dorm early, like I kind of had to meet my roommate at a distance, like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, I'll see you in a week. So I missed K week. And so what that is like all freshmen you come a week early and you get implemented into school. Like you like learn sororities and clubs and you just meet people, you're staying at the dorm, you know, all that stuff. Well, I missed out on that. And so anyways, I started college kind of as a vegetable, but I was determined that I was going because that was my plan. And so I say that to say, and then, so that was like how I started college. And then my second semester of college, I had my 3rd surgery and started 30 weeks of external beam radiation treatment. So that was 6 weeks every day that I was on UK's campus, and I would walk to the Markey Cancer Center that, crazy enough, was on UK's campus, and I'd go have my little treatment. And I had, during that time, you know, I had gotten to a point where I couldn't like do it on my own, so someone had to be with me like 24/7, and so I had to move out of the dorm into the Hope Lodge, which the Hope Lodge is provided through the American Cancer Society. So if you're going through treatment, it is free lodging for you and your family. So it really is an awesome thing. But I was definitely the youngest person there. I was the only college student there. And so this set the pace for my college. And like I said, so remember, I was the introvert who didn't make friends easily. And so I never found my place at UK. So I wasn't a hippie, I wasn't in a sorority, I wasn't a nerd. I was totally isolated, especially because it's kind of like I was picked up and like put over here and like really dealt with all of this stuff. And so I was away from my peers. So I was never connected to them. But believe it or not, that was my best semester of college. So hey. So anyway, so fast forward to my junior year of college when I'm at this event where these women, they are dressed super cute. They are overflowing with excitement and joy. I mean, it is like just radiating out of their pores. I mean, you can just feel the energy. And they were making money. And so what is not to like? So that day, like this company and those women ignited something in my soul that needed to be ignited. And because I was starving for love and belonging and acceptance. I'm a love and belonging kind of gal. And that was missing in my life. So little did I know through the vehicle of Mary Kay that I would find those things. And so that is how I started. I did not start like this. Fast forward 5 years later, I'm not very introverted. I have a lot of joy. I have a ton of girlfriends, and that is something I cannot put a price tag on. And I think when people come into Mary Kay and Mary Kay gets into them, I think we would all agree that we would do this even if we didn't make any money. But we do make money. It's an awesome company. So I want to tell you about Mary Kay. Why Mary Kay? That's the whole reason for my video. Why would you choose Mary Kay? Why would you partner with Mary Kay? Either as a consultant or a customer. And so, but more as a consultant. That's kind of what we're doing here. So I'm going to tell you 4 things. So if you're taking notes, you can write down these 4 things. And the first one is finances. And so all of these things are going to start with an A. But the first is finances, because like I said, that's kind of why we do what we do. We got to make some money. And so here is the short, sweet version of how we make money in Mary Kay. And why Mary Kay? Because we make a 50% profit, no matter what. So whether you've been in the company one day or you've been in 100 years, you're going to make a 50% profit. How that works is if I sell you a mascara for $2, you're going to buy the product from Mary Kay for $1, and you're going to give yourself $1. You're going to pay yourself $1. And so whether you come into Mary Kay, like completely secret service, you want to get your products at cost and order in bulk 2 times a year, be a smart shopper. I'm all about a bargain. I get it. Or you want to make some extra income. So what happens is you start to build a customer base, and we are selling skincare and color cosmetics. And so what's happening is our customers are putting it on in the morning and they're taking it off at night. So every 3 to 4 months, they need to reorder. And so with our sales, you can have as big or little of a customer base as you want. What kind of happens as you start to build a client base, it takes on a life of its own. So as a consultant, you can be making either about $5,000 extra a year with your sales or about $25,000 a year. It's your business, whatever you want out of it. Okay, so the second way that we make money in Mary Kay is, is through team building. So here's the deal with team building. When you said yes to Mary Kay, when your consultant said yes to Mary Kay, she accepted a gift. She was handed a gift. And when she decides to pass that gift off, when she says, oh my gosh, this is the best gift I've ever been given, how selfish can I be to not give someone else this same gift? So when she passes on the gift, a gift that comes with so much possibility, so much hope, so much financial freedom, so much opportunity, when she passes this gift off, then Mary Kay pays you a commission check. And it comes on the 15th of every month. It comes out of their own profits because you're saying, hey, you're doing a great job. You're passing it on. And so at this level through team building, that could be anywhere from $20 a month commission check to $1,000 a month commission check as a consultant. And then what happens is you can promote yourself even more in Mary Kay. So should you decide, or your hearts start to move and you feel like you're called to leadership, you can step into a leadership position in Mary Kay. You can promote yourself. And no one decides this for you. You are in total control. So if you decide, if life changes, like something drastic in life happens, your plan A falls through, you go into work and they decide they're closing your doors and they say sorry, or your husband loses your job and you decide, oh my gosh, I need to make more money with this little play thing, with this little Mary Kay thing. Then what happens is you get to choose to promote yourself. I don't decide that for you. Mary Kay, the company, doesn't decide that for you. No one decides that for you. And so at this level, at the sales director position, all that means is you just want to lead. You want to teach and train everyone everything you've learned. It is a servant leadership position, and you help others to be successful. And then in turn, you are successful. So, total side note, this is a dual marketing plan, not a multi-level marketing plan. Just throwing that out there. Okay, So, anyways, hey Barbara. So at this level, you can have a small business, you can have a medium business, you can have a large business, you can have an extra large business, or you can have like an extraordinary large business. And so what a small business looks like is about $3,000 to $5,000 extra a month. So about $30,000 a year. You can have a medium-sized business, that's about $50,000 a year. You can have a large business that's anywhere from like $70,000 to $80,000 a year. And then on to an extraordinary large business, which would be anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 a year in Mary Kay. Okay, so that's how we make money. Oh, and there is like a little icing on the cake. So just for working your business and moving up into a leadership promotion, or like promoting yourself, selling the product, building the client base, Mary Kay offers you the use of a free car. So we do have the free car program, and free cars are real in Mary Kay. You really can earn the use of a free car. So like I said, my mom has earned her 12th free car in Mary Kay. I just picked up my second free car. There's actually been like over 250,000 women earn the use and continue to earn the use of a free Mary Kay car. And if the car doesn't totally excite you, even though Mary Kay pays your taxes, your licensing, and 85% of your car insurance, if that doesn't like totally get you excited, you can take the cash. So you could take anywhere from $475 a month all the way to $900 a month extra. So just wrap your mind around that for a minute. Okay, so that is finances. Okay, the next quadrant, or the next thing that I want to tell you about, our next F, is freedom and flexibility. It's why Mary Kay? For the freedom and the flexibility. So I think freedom and flexibility pretty much speaks for itself. So we have no quotas, we have no territories in Mary Kay. So you have the complete freedom to build your business the way you want to, around your life and around your priorities. So owning your own business means being in control. Okay, you get to design your life and you get to build your legacy. I mean, you call the shots. You are the boss. And you're the boss whether you want a little business, a small business, you want to work part-time, you want to work full-time. Girl, you're in control. You are an official boss babe. You can officially hashtag boss babe. Okay. So yeah, you're in control of your schedule, your time, the people you work with. How awesome is that? Okay, so that's freedom and flexibility. The next thing I want to tell you about is, this one's kind of a loaded one. It's just a couple things in one. And that's fun, friends, and frivolous. And this is the most exciting one. This is the easiest thing to talk about. And so frivolous, those are the things you hear about. You hear your consultant being super excited about. You see us posting on Facebook. So that's like the diamond rings, which I like, rocked my jewelry for you all so you could see it. So that's the diamond rings we talk about, the prizes, the purses, the trips around the world. And right now, the frivolous thing that we're so excited about is the Bahama cruise. Oh my gosh, for the first time ever in 55 years, Mary Kay is giving you the opportunity to earn a cruise, an all expense paid cruise to the Bahamas. So it is a 5-day cruise, five days, 4 nights for you plus one. And that can be earned by any consultant or any director at any position, any level in the company. So whether you are brand new in Mary Kay or you've been in for 20 years, we all have the same opportunity in the same playing field to earn this cruise. So like, what if your work told you like you come in on, what's tomorrow? I don't even know what tomorrow is. Thursday. You go into work tomorrow and they're like, hey, so we've decided that if you all work about 10 to 15 extra hours a week, 5, 10, 15 extra hours a week, in 6 months, or let's see, we're down to like 4 months, we're going to give your family, or we're going to give you plus one an all expense paid cruise to the Bahamas. And you guys, it is all expense paid. Like they even pay your travel expense to get to Miami. So that's where we're boarding the cruise. So if the Bahamas like just sparked your interest, your consultant will definitely tell you about it. So, so the Bahamas, Haley's helping me. She helped me the other day with my little trip to the Bahamas. So, so the cars, the experiences, the memories, the things that sometimes us women wouldn't buy for ourselves. You know, especially like we just don't want to spend the money on ourselves. You know, Mary Kay knew she could give us the cash bonus, but what would we do? We would pay a bill with it, or we would spend it on our kids, or whatever. So Mary Kay wanted us. She wanted to reward us in Cinderella prizes, and because those are things like we are women. Like, let's get real. Girls just want to be girls, and so the things that these Cinderella prizes, they're the things that keep us motivated, and they give us desire to run, and they fuel us with excitement. And so the next thing is fun, which I'm going to take a drink of water if I have one close, maybe. Okay, maybe not. So anyway, so fun. Fun in Mary Kay. Why Mary Kay? Do Mary Kay for the fun. So fun is really the relationships and the positive energy that comes with Mary Kay women and comes with a Mary Kay business. So have you guys noticed that Mary Kay women just always seem to be really excited and like really high energy? They're like happy all the time. So I heard this girl say one time, when she went to her very first Mary Kay seminar, it was like a light bulb went off in her head, and she was like, oh, she's like, this is where all the happy people live. And she was in hook, line, and sinker, because it's like, if this is where they are, this is where I want to be. And so why Mary Kay? For the fun and for the joy that follows that. So there's a saying that says, age may cause wrinkles on a woman's face, but lack of joy in her life will cause wrinkles on her soul. So life is way too short not to live happy and exhilarated. It's too short not to wake up and be excited for your day. Be excited for what's ahead. Be excited for what you have to do, the people you're going to meet, the deliveries you have to make. To wake up on purpose and with desire. And so, why Mary Kay? For the fun. Okay, and the next one is friends. Friends. Why Mary Kay? For the girlfriends. I feel like I should just say period. But so the women in our company are healthy and emotionally stable. And how you do that, how you become that, or how that has happened to these women. So when you are others focused, you're mentally strong and you're mentally stable because you stop worrying and obsessing over the things you're lacking. And so I'm going to try to be careful with my words here, but in a previous job that I had, or some previous jobs I had, it was so draining. I mean, I would leave exhausted. I was exhausted because all day I heard about how tired they were and how frustrated they were and how crappy their check was. And I was drained. I was drained. And, you know, it got to a point that I was so accustomed to that I didn't even know what it was doing. And so when I got to leave that full-time position, when I got to retire the ripe old age of 26, 8 months ago, it fueled a whole new passion because I realized how much that was weighing on me. And I realized that there are so many people that are in that situation. So the friends, so when you're mentally and emotionally stable, you stop worrying about everything you got going on. You're not thinking about your frustrations. So having friends of that quality are a gift. I mean, they're a gift. They're an absolute gift. They're an absolute blessing in your life. And if you have those people in your life, don't let them go anywhere. I mean, when you get off here, text and say, you are not leaving me. Because the women in this company, they give you advice that's focused on what's best for you. And when you're others focused, that's what you're thinking about and you're bringing about, and that's multiplying. So you're just multiplying this goodness in your life. And you guys have probably heard the saying, you become the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So who are you allowing into your space? Who are you allowing into your mind? What are you listening to? Who are the people you're with? Be so careful who you are allowing in your space. And we have to be so protective of our minds and of our thoughts because it controls everything. And we are in control of those thoughts and of our thoughts and of our mind and how we think and how we feel. And so protect yourself of those toxic people and those toxic things. So why Mary Kay? Why Mary Kay? So that the most predominant voices in your head can be strong women with great character and faith saying like, you go girl, like you can do this, you got this, get back up, like dust yourself off, try it again, like you were made for more. Like this is just a bump in the road, like get up girl, let's go. Because you see, like I am truly just a product of who I've been surrounded by, the things I've been taught. I am a product of the things that I've allowed into my mind and the people that I've allowed to speak into my life. And I'm really just a great repeater of other people's words. So friends, why Mary Kay? For the top-notch girlfriends, the high-caliber girlfriends, because what happens when you surround yourself with high-caliber people, high-achieving women, you become that. You become like the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. And then what happens is when you become that, the people around you, kind of in your outer circle, it gives them permission to grow. And then it gives them permission to grow. And you're all of a sudden influencing generations. It's amazing. It's awesome. Why Mary Kay? For the influence. Okay, the next F, the last F, which is probably the most important F and topic that I want to tell you about when it comes why to Mary Kay, why choose Mary Kay? For the foundational growth. So a question that I want to ask you is if you had 10 times the self-confidence than you have right now, would your life look different? And if it would look different, what would be different about your life? And so just the benefit of personal self-confidence. The more confident we are, the better stuff we can do. I mean, Mary Kay always says when you raise a woman's confidence, when you lift her up, when you focus on her strengths and not focus on what she's lacking, all of a sudden those strengths they get better. And when you raise a woman's confidence, she becomes a better wife, a better mom, a better friend, a better sister, a better co-worker, a better servant leader, has a more servant heart. So it is truly life-changing, and to raise your self-confidence. It changes everything. And I truly believe that the Holy Spirit is just enabled to come alive in us when you become more confident. And the more confident we are. And so when the Holy Spirit is able to come alive in us, that's when we are not captive of our insecurities and our indecisions. And we become a more confident woman that can just make a decision. So, and what happens is when your confidence grows, you decide to start living beyond your comfort zone and beyond your convenience. And when you get beyond that, that is when God raises you. He raises your life to new heights. That's where the good stuff happens. Like, have you heard the saying that nothing good happens in your comfort zone? It's so true, because you start to rely on faith and realize that faith isn't things seen, but the things unseen. And you start to step out of that comfort zone, and you get to watch your life just blow your mind. I mean, why Mary Kay? Because you're going to get to a point where you don't even recognize yourself anymore. And the most powerful thing someone said to me is, if 3 years from now, I saw you at the same place, at the same time, we had not seen each other in 3 years, what would have had to happen for you to be happy with where you are in 3 years? Like, what would you tell me? And that was powerful, because it was like, oh my gosh, do I want to say, girl, I'm still in that job I hate. Like, I'm still in that relationship that makes me miserable. I've still got that old car that's just beating along. What do you want to say? Like, give yourself permission to be great. Give yourself permission to live a life that is beyond anything you could imagine. So why Mary Kay? For the foundational growth. I mean, I just truly believe that every woman, I think it should be a requirement that every woman spend 1 year in this company. You have to come to everything we have to offer, as in come to our weekly success meetings. And when I say meetings, try to trust me that it is like no meeting that you have ever been to. Like, you have never been to a meeting quite like this. I don't know why word for it. So we just say that, but like, anyways, go to your girls' night out. So anyways, every woman should be required to spend 1 year in Mary Kay. I don't even care if you sell a lip gloss. That's not what's important. What is important is what happens to you. And when things happen to you, it happens to people around you. Okay, change it over on that. So if I was going to bring this all together, everything I said, the finances, the freedom and flexibility, the fun, friends, and frivolous, the foundational growth, and I was going to suggest that there was a benefit for every woman listening to this. I believe in Mary Kay, there is a benefit for everyone. So here is my question. So if more finances, if you had more finances with more finances, the more finances you had, would that cause your life to be more stressful or less stressful? If you had more money, would that give you more opportunity or more options or more possibilities if you weren't constantly thinking about what wasn't there? I mean, if you weren't constantly bogged down and consumed by what you can't afford or where's the money going to come from, would that cause your life to be less stressful? And would you be able to live more full out if that was not your most predominant thought? And if the answer to that question is yes, why would you wait? Why would you not spend $100 on yourself and the possibilities, the financial possibility? If the fun, friends, and the frivolous interest you, if that's what spoke to you, then the fact that you could add that quality to your life, and it would add color to your life and cause you to have more joy and change the way you think about life, change the way you wake up, and if there would be things you could achieve and change and earn to cause you to have a little more luxury in your life, to be able to go get your nails done, go get your hair done, and live a more fruitful, happy life, and allow you to be pampered more and just to enjoy the finer things. If that speaks to you, if that would make a difference in your life, why would you wait? Why not Mary Kay? If the freedom and the flexibility would be the reason, if it would be the opportunity to choose, if it would be the option to not have to be at a job 40 hours a week, if that interests you, to know that I don't got to spend 40 hours a week here, I can be my own boss, then why wait? I mean, just what part interests you? And so what if you went into work tomorrow and they said, like, Maddie, if you were to work an extra 10 hours a week for the next 6 months, then we will allow you to work from home, only working about 10 to 20, 30 hours a week, really whatever you want to. I mean, you do what you want. Your choice, really. Would you be interested? Would you come up with the 10 extra hours a week? Because listen, I know everyone's busy. I know that. I mean, life's just busy, period. But one thing I know is that busy women get things done. And we're all given the same amount of hours in a week. It's just, what do you choose to do with those? And when you break down your week in the hours, you take out the hours you sleep, you take out the hours that you have a 40-hour work week. Heck, let's go to the extreme and say you have a 60-hour work week. There are still hours left. It's just, what are you doing with that? Would you sacrifice your 2-hour Netflix show every night, your 2-hour binge watching Netflix, to have any of these things in your life? Would that be worth it to you? And so, anyways, would you do it? Would you give yourself 6 months to add an extra 10 hours to have extra cash, to be more self-confident and more fulfilled, and have influenced a lot of lives along the way, that you get to see the change in women and the impact? I mean, that is so priceless. And like I said, you probably, at the end of this 6 months, when they say just work an extra 10 hours, and you're not even going to recognize yourself anymore. Could you do it? Would you do it? Do you want to do it? So if it's the foundational and the self-growth that speaks to you, like, oh my gosh, I cannot imagine living my life one more moment without more self-esteem and self-confidence than I could have. Because that affects everything. It affects the kind of mom you are, the wife you are, the friend you are, the kind of daughter you are. It affects how you view the world. So the cool thing about having more self-confidence is You stop second guessing yourself. You stop worrying and having great anxiety because you're reminded that we are designed to walk by faith and not by sight. The outlook on the world changes when you grow your self-confidence. You suddenly realize that you were made with purpose. Like, you have a calling on your life, each and every one of you. And the more confident you become, the more you see that and you realize. And you know, God gave you your dreams. He didn't give you mine. I didn't get yours. They're yours. But you know, what if I told you through the vehicle of Mary Kay? I really think you could discover that. So, and how many of you would just love to be able to make a decision? Like, can you just, like women, we can be the most indecisive women in the world, down to like, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Who do you want to date? I don't know. Who do you want to date? So, like, can we just agree that we are going to be strong women that can make a decision, and we can make it the right decision? And when you grow your self-confidence, that's what's going to happen. You start to diminish that indecision, and you start to make better decisions. So would that be worth $100 investment? So that's it. That's why Mary Kay, in a nutshell. I hope you got something out of that. And so I know, like, I am fully aware, I fully understand that some may still think, like, oh, this all sounds awesome, but like, it's just not the right time, you know. So, like, when there's a better time, this will be great, or this will work. So let's just talk really quick about the illusion of better timing. So you are totally free to wait until payday. You're totally free to wait until you graduate. You're totally free to wait until school lets out, until summertime, until you get married, until you settle down, until you buy the house. You're more than you can wait. But you know, I want you to know that I feel like you will be waiting. You could be waiting a while for the perfect timing. You might wait forever. And so if you have this illusion that you're waiting to fix yourself up until everything is perfect and everything's in place before you step into that chapter of your life that could change everything, that you think, like, you can see, like, oh, this will be great, and I can bloom here, and I can step into the woman I was created to be. But let me get all this together. Let me wait till this is here. Let me do this, and then da-da-da-da-da. You guys, you might miss it totally. What if this is the right time? What if this is what you needed, was to hear this? And so I want you to know, like I said, you're totally free to wait. But I'm worried you'll be waiting forever for the perfect timing. Because life is always happening. One thing that's constant is change. And you just might miss out. You might miss out on your destiny. And you might miss out on all the things that God has called you to be. And I don't know if I'm cool with that. So, but know, and know that we'll miss you. But we're going to keep going. Your consultant, she's going to keep going. So we're going to keep showing up imperfect and eager for more, eager to learn, eager to grow, and eager to step into our potential and to design the life that we want. Show up imperfect to get it more perfect. And like I said, when the timing's better, we'll be right here. We'll be right here with open arms. So, like I said, I appreciate you all so much for being on here. I hope you learned something. I hope just something spoke to your heart, something you needed to hear. If your heart is like beating out of your chest and you're on the edge of your seat, girl, I think that's your sign. I think that's the sign to go. But how do you get started? How do you get started in Mary Kay business? So to get started in Mary Kay, it's $100. Okay, it's $100 plus tax and shipping, so it ends up being about $116. So what you get for $100, I'm going to show you this little kit. So you get a starter kit. This is it. Mine's really full. It's kind of heavy because I put a lot of stuff in it. I say it is the Mary Poppins bag. So you get this really cute bag. This is your business. Your business in a bag for $100. This is your freedom, your flexibility, your foundational growth, your finances. What if you could take your family out to eat on a Friday night? What if you could go on a vacation for the first time ever and take your whole family and not even worry about anything? It's right here, and I'm in here. I come with it. Your sales director, your mentor comes with it. And what's totally awesome about Mary Kay, every step of the way, There is someone extending a hand and pulling you up and mentoring you to the next level. Someone that is showing you, someone that has done it. I mean, we have leaders that are leading by example and saying, hey, this is what you want, this is how you do it. And so this is your ticket, this kit. This is how you get there. And it's, like I said, it's $100, but it comes with over $300 worth of full-size products. So you get the most awesome products on the market. I mean, I'm not even going to go into that because I think they speak for themselves. But so you get the skincare for both skin types. You get every shade of CC cream foundation, a full-size oil-free eye makeup, remember that hand set. Over $300 worth of the best Mary Kay products. For $100, everything to start your business, 4 trays of mirrors, supplies, samples, meet, in touch, everything. You get your director, your consultant. But this month in February, they have product bonuses, so you get even more. You're getting a tone correcting serum and vitamin C squares. So it is nearly $400 that you're getting for $100. So if anything, like, girl, don't miss out on this deal. It ends tomorrow at midnight. But so they say that in the blink of an eye, you know the right decision. And the longer you linger, the more time you put in between that, the more time you let in between of making your decision, you are like 90% more likely to make the wrong decision. So in the blink of an eye, you know the right decision. You know, is it worth $100 to try? Are you worth $100 to try? And like I said, we would be so happy to help you. Someone just ordered their kit. But like I said, each of you were invited to this call because we saw something in you. And because we think that your beliefs and your values align with the things that Mary Kay stands for. And I can totally make another video just to tell you about Mary Kay and the backbone of the company and what that means, because I don't want to take your whole time. I was going to have Mom, so like you all have stayed the course. You guys rock. Like, this number's not changed. Like that little number up in the corner has not changed. Y'all are the bomb. You stuck in there. I hope you heard me. And so like I said, we are going to do a drawing, and I don't know if Mom was entering the names, or I was going to add her to the call, or I was going to add her to this video for her to share her story, because I think it's important to hear hers, because it's different than mine. We all have different stories. And in Mary Kay, we're all different shapes, sizes, colors, backgrounds, education levels, families, ethnicities. I mean, people could not be more different. And like, me do the names and you hop on, Kel. So one thing, it's actually Brittany Justice who's on. Brittany said, sorry, that is on here. One thing she said to me is, because she went to our career conference a couple of years ago, and the thing that still stands out in her mind is she took a moment at that career conference and she looked around, and the women could not be more different. There was a mom nursing her baby, and there was young girls, there's every kind of girl, and they were all there with one common like hope and a dream. And that's so powerful. I mean, empowered women empower women. So like I said, let's just agree to be strong women. So Mom, am I going to invite you? I hope you're ready, because I'm going to. Oh no, I'm inviting you to watch. Now let me, I forget how I did that. Invite you to join. Somehow there was like phone a friend or something. Maybe that won't work. Oh no, here it is, the add button. No, not that. Yeah, I do not remember how we did that. It's like not showing up. So if you know how to hop on here, Kelly, go right ahead. Oh, bring them on camera. Okay, I'm so sorry. We practiced this earlier so this wouldn't happen. And if you missed the beginning, definitely like go back and watch. Like I said, hopefully you can hear it. I don't know why this phone does nutso things. Let me see where she hopped on. to invite her. So thank you. And I'm going to, actually, if you're still on, if you can comment your name, that's going to make this easier. Like, comment your name, and then I'm going to put you in the drawing. Okay, I'm adding viewer. Okay, it's adding her. Cool.
Hey, hey.
That's loud.
Mercy. Can you say proud mama moment? Oh, I mean, I have nodded and affirmed. So we're kind of echoey. So I don't know if your headphones are playing off. So if everybody can hear me, and maybe you can just quickly do their initials. You want to just do their initials? That might make it a little bit faster. But really, honestly, there's not much that I can add to this. Holy cow, she rocked the house tonight. You know, what I want to tell you all is Mercy. Probably, well, let me do a 60-second I story. Like she said, I've been in the company 24 years, and that's mind blowing when I say that because it feels like I've been in this company 2 or 3 years. Time has went so fast because we've been on purpose, and we've been goal setting, and we never have that. I, when I worked another job, I had that feeling of, oh my gosh, it's Sunday, oh thank goodness it's Wednesday, it's Friday, hallelujah. And then you would be free on Saturday, and then that sinking, awful feeling would come back on Sunday again. And so I don't know, there's something about not having that feeling and being on purpose and knowing that this business is so sandwiched around life that I never really have a start and a stop time because it's just we do life with it, and that's how my family was raised. And so you know when this opportunity presented it, I was praying for something different because I traveled 26 states on my job. I love the job. I just did not like being away from my husband and kids. So I was praying, and this crossed my path, and I said, "Oh no, God, I'm not doing that. We've got to talk about this." So, anyways, we've worked through the things on my mind that was trying to stop me. Like I didn't want to be labeled a salesperson, and then I realized everybody was wearing cosmetics. I wasn't much of a makeup person, but you know what? I said, if somebody can teach me, I'll learn. And the reason why is I wanted to be home with my kids. My desire to be home with my kids, to be a work from home mom, was stronger than anything else. And I couldn't just walk away from my job. I had to be able to replace my income. So I just made a pact with myself. I will do it the way Mary Kay says. And I just sandwiched in 1 to 2 parties a week while I was traveling. And within 9 months, we did earn our first car. 3 months later, we replaced our income, and that's where we are today. So it is very exciting. We have earned 12 free cars. But what I want to tell you today that I am most proud of, and the one thing is watching what I just saw on this screen, because that I give thanks to Mary Kay, because that was not the person I was when I came in. And just like Maddie said, your children are a product of you. And that was a product that came because I said yes to a Mary Kay opportunity. And I've got 2 boys that are just like her, okay? And so they're very entrepreneurship minded. They're very much goal setters, and they look at the glass half full all the time because they sat at my feet when I didn't know they were. Because remember what I said, this business was sandwiched around. So they were always in my space when I was working my business. Just know why I've been watching this video. They're popping in and out still as a grown child still at home. So they're very much a part of this business. And the one thing that I do want to share that Maddie didn't share is we are on fire. We are on fire for this book, Sun Stand Still. You know why? Because we are not ordinary. We have audacious faith. And when you have audacious faith and you take an opportunity like this, and God has given you this vehicle to touch other women, it makes me think. When I think of Mary Kay, I think of the prayer of Jabez. Did you all ever read that book? Because that's what it was. Enlarge my territory, oh Lord. That's what this business has been like. When I think of one person who followed what God was calling her to when all odds were against her, but she did what God led her, and look at the masses of women that have been touched from this opportunity. And so, again, I'm like Maddie, I hope tonight's your night. I hope the timing is right. And, things that I could add to maybe what she said is we could talk about the specifics this week of who had over $1,000 weeks. I mean, we had 4 and 5 people that had $1,000 weeks, $1,500 weeks. They're selling massive amounts of product. Do you know that we only have 10% of the market absorbed? Only 10%. There's 90% of women out there who is not using our product. So if for any minute you ever hear or think there's too many people doing this, oh no, my friend, there is not enough people doing this business and working this opportunity. And so again, I am just thankful. I am blessed. And Maddie, you rocked the house and you did a fabulous job. And what she didn't tell you was we're kind of 2-for-1. So if you get her, you get me, and if you're on my team, you get her. So we kind of work together and we do everything hand in hand. A lot of people don't realize whose unit they're in, mine or hers, because you get both of us. And that's just how we roll and that's how we work, because we know that sometimes, people relate to different ones. Sometimes people relate to me differently than they relate to her. And so that's the cool thing, is that you get us all wrapped up in one little thank you. And even with us also comes a huge circle, like she said, of successful women, because we get to plug into people all over the United States every single day, if that's what we get to choose. We get to be fed. So I'm ready for you.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna close you.
Cut me out, sis. Go get your book. Sun stands still.
Yes, you do that. Okay, let me put my little headphones on because I have my official drawing to do. It's very. Like I said, for staying on, you all are awesome. So let me do my little drawing here. And the winner is Kim C. Whoever missed Kim C. So, all right, Kim C, you're going to have to message me your address, because you win the swag bag and you're going to love it. So, all right, you all, thank you again for being on. If you missed the beginning, definitely go back and watch, because I think this will be on. So anyway, oh, drum roll. Yeah, I think it's kind of delayed. So you guys rock, but see y'all later.